Roses are red, violets are blue. I apologize for the delay, Carrot. This opening is for you. So our first question comes from the man with the worst possible grammar on the wiki. Hi, Meji. So he's got 3 questions for us. First question: Hey everybody, Meji here. So now that Sabo has been revealed at last, who do you think he will go up against? Do you think he will go up against one of Doflamingo's 3 main fighters? Kuro and I will take this one. Umne, you can sit on the sidelines.
Okay, I'm always sitting there.
Yep. So, you go ahead, Kuro. Go ahead.
Who wants to do it? I don't really
Sabo.
see him going up against... Yeah, Sabo. I was saying, who will he go up against? I don't really see him going up against anyone specific. I imagine the executives guarding the factory, I can't remember the names, Damiati and... that Treble, that's his name. I just find it really difficult because... Like before, when he was in the Colosseum and he was using all those hockey-enhanced attacks, he had a very distinct fighting style, and now he's had the fire fruit thrown into it, which just kind of, he's not going to be inexperienced, and I can just imagine, I can't really see his fight being anything other than, oh shit, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to win anyway through incompetence of this new power. And just no one in Doflamingo's group really seems like a proper match, other than, considering what his goal is, and that's to get the weapon, or whatever weapon they're talking about. So yeah, that's who I think he's going to fight against, the 2 executives guarding the small factory, assuming that's what he's after.
Okay, fair enough. Personally, I don't think he doesn't seem like the guy who's right now going to fight anyone one-on-one. I think he would join a group fight. I'm a little bit curious about you can explain this if you meant it differently, Kuro, about why you said inexperienced, because, he used Ace's signature attack pretty easily. I
don't really consider it an attack. It's basically punching with fire. Like, I'm going to make a huge blast of fire, and I'm going to call it a punch. Like Luffy, he can stretch his fist out, and it's like a gun pistol.
Yeah, I don't know, but it seems like he did it so specifically against experienced fighters. I don't know, but... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But
that would be my other critique, is if he's just instant mastery of it.
That would suck too, I admit. But I don't know. I was hoping that maybe they would give an explanation that he saw Ace fight from something, or I don't know. Maybe then he learned by observing, or I don't know. That would be a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know. So I don't think he'll go up against him directly. I think he'll join a group. Okay. Second question. Umne, come back from the sidelines.
Okay, back.
Yeah, great. Number 2, Umne, who is this person that you are going out with?
Oh my god, I'm not gonna answer that here, because things change, like from last podcast to this podcast, so I'm not going out with anyone.
It's personal, private information, guys. Just don't ask. He's allowed to say no.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. You guys, he won't tell you. I'll just show you his picture anyways. Here it is.
No, you're gonna give a bad picture now.
It's not a bad picture because it's accurate.
No, it's not accurate. If you've never seen it, it's not accurate.
Completely accurate. Anyways, it's accurate. And it was number 3. Number 3. Who do you 3 think what do you think Rai does on his lazy time?
I don't know.
This is what he does on his lazy time. Take a look at this picture. Yep. In more ways than one. Hint, hint.
Oh, no.
Oh.
See, as we record this live, Umni and I have no idea what's going through Ultra's mind right now. So this laughter is kind of scary until we get the context of it.
Pretty cynical.
I am genuinely terrified now. I'm gonna have to mentally prepare myself, like, okay, this is what the question is, and... Oh, no.
It's okay. Don't be too terrified, okay? I'm Ultra. I'm not hungry. Anyways, do you guys have an answer?
I don't know. He doesn't talk to me much anymore, but whatever.
He's not that active these days.
What any fit young man
Hopefully
does
he's
in
doing
his
something
downtime.
productive.
Rai isn't a fit young man, though. He's incredibly fat.
Okay, what any young man does in his downtime.
Oh,
Just with more efforts.
Oh.
So that's the... Alright guys, that's the end of Meji's questions. So the next set of questions come from the wiki's most hated user. Well, third most hated user, my Canuck. Okay, so number 1, Umne, you seem to travel more than the average person, so just out of curiosity, notwithstanding Canada, what are your favorite and least favorite places in the world and why?
Barcelona was very lovely. Just walking through like the streets alone, it was so much fun. I like going, and it's weird, but I like to go over to Manassas, Virginia, because it's really like relaxed there as well. But like I don't have to do much, and like I don't know, I love the sereneness of it all. And as far as activity goes, I really like NYC, because I just love the hustle and bustle of the whole city, and yeah. And finally, I recently visited London, and that was pretty cool, but very wet, and not the type of wet I'd want to be. So, yeah.
Just stick that in there.
Yeah, he just, I kind of expected that a moment ago. But what about your least favorite places?
Least favorite places? It was right after Barcelona. We went to France. I think I was really young, so I didn't like France, but I'd like to go again just to give it another shot, because everyone says it's like,
Yeah, it's actually
really
the
great.
most visited country in the world, like, by
Yeah.
tourists who come, so I mean, it wouldn't be getting that much if it weren't good in a way or two.
But at like my age, oh
Oh,
my god.
hey, he's
Change
back.
my mind, you haven't got a new train.
Yeah.
What if there's like, oh.
Yeah.
Alright,
Do you have
well,
anything else to add?
least favorite, no, that's, I don't know. I wouldn't even say I hate, I didn't dislike France.
I mean,
just said
you were
it's my
young.
least-
You can't really judge well when you're young. I mean, I didn't like India when I was young. I have my problems with it now, but I can live here. I think we both get it. So we're just going to move on. Number 2 is for me. Ultra, I know you're originally from Canada, but where specifically are you from? And what are a couple of things you miss and don't miss about your old home? Okay, I'm originally from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, which is on the eastern side of the country. The population of the city was roughly 360,000. Things I miss about the place, I don't know, I really miss winter. I really like, snowball fights, sledding, and just running down the street with a shovel full of snow and throwing it at my sister. I also, in the summer, there was a place called the Point Pleasant Park. It was basically just like the woods near the beach. Like there's the beach, and just behind it there's like the woods. They go on for like, I don't know, a mile or two. I'm not sure I don't know about the size exactly, but I don't know, that was a really good place to like, I don't know, just like spend the afternoon with my friends, have some like ice cream, just go in the forest and just not come out for like hours, and then just like drive home at the end. So I mean that was a pretty nice place. It was generally good weather. I mean it was by the ocean, so like a good breeze. And I wasn't really like an outdoors type of kid, so I think you could say that I thought it was a pretty cool place. Yeah, and things I don't miss. To be honest, whatever was bad about the place, I can find that anywhere. I mean, I didn't like bad drivers, but there's a shit ton of them everywhere. So I mean, I didn't like bullies, but they're here too. So it's like, okay, yeah, just generically bad things: bullies, bad drivers. There wasn't anything like specifically bad about it that was like that's exclusive there. I mean, some people don't like snow. I like snow. That was one of the things I liked. So I mean, nothing I don't particularly miss, I guess.
I've never seen the snow.
Oh, that
Aw.
sucks. You're not even like the
Close.
artificial snow?
No. The closest we get, there's a few mountain ranges in the state I'm in, but the only time I went up was like just after winter, so it wasn't really snow, just frozen dirt.
Oh,
And that's the closest I got.
I see. Well, the next
was-
question is for you, Kuro.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
No.
What is Australia like? What are the highs and lows of living there? And what would you change about it if you were the Prime Minister?
Oh, that's
Take your time. No problem.
questions.
Yep.
Favorite things about living in Australia? Well, I currently live in Victoria, which is the second most southern state, so we don't really get as hot as the rest of the country. It's definitely the wetter state to be in. I think it's got the nickname is like the Garden State or something like that because it's really green. But I don't know. I can't exactly say I like the weather because it's so bipolar, even though we're this far south. But I don't know. I just really like the culture we have. At least the good parts of the culture. I know we have our lower parts when we have our issues, but I like the laid back and just the easiness. You know, it's a pretty relaxed environment to grow up in, and I don't know. I feel it's probably contributed to how I've become who I am today. Mm-hmm. As for the low points, oh my god, we have to. Everything about this country is about one extreme or the other. So when it's really good, it's gonna be really bad, and there are some just assholes everywhere. Currently, like, just going into town, I know has a really good reputation of, you know, you just don't do, like, during the day or during the night, you know, there's just people you need to avoid at all times. Do you guys know what bogans are?
I've heard the term. It's like an uneducated type of hooligan or something.
Yeah. I guess the best translation is like a redneck, I guess. more like an urban redneck.
Like a troublemaking one, right?
Yeah, troublemaking, does all the cold hairs, piercings. When they brought in those stretches for the earlobes, oh my god, I have seen some horrible, horrible ones. Like discus-sized.
Oh god, that sounds...
They're gonna need the minute they take that out, that's like they're gonna need surgery. It's gonna be if you're practicing surgery.
I've never understood people who overload themselves with piercings and stuff. I've never understood that.
It came through halfway through high school, and it was like, oh, I'm going up to my 5-6 centimeter stretch. I'm like, why?
I mean, earrings are one thing, but you're piercing your fucking tongue is just retarded.
Or even stretching your cartilages.
Dude, people pierce their privates these days. Like, can you even believe that?
I can't believe that.
He believes it too. He believes it too.
I believe it and I understand it, so I don't criticize that. I think it's just when you get to really extreme body modifications.
I think going down there itself is incredibly extreme. Can you imagine how embarrassed the piercing guy must be to do that, to get it as like, hey, dude, can you pierce my dick? I mean, I don't know, man. But I mean, that's just me. Maybe you know better.
I imagine some rookie, people new to the job would be like, oh, okay, that's something I've never done before. Whereas the kind of like, people who do tattoos and everything that have the same issues, like, it's shocking when you do it for the first time, but then you just get used to it because that's what people want, and there's a lot of people who want it.
That makes sense, I guess.
But yeah, so that's the low point, just, bogans and, yeah. There's two sides to the same coin. It's like, you got some really happy Aussies, really good blokes who'll, treat you well no matter who you are. And then you got the other side who are absolute ignorant, closed-minded, and, you don't want to admit that you know them.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
As for what I'd change if I was Prime Minister, I want to skip this one just because that's a discussion all on its own. Like, I've given that a lot of thought.
I think I've actually heard you talk in chat about that. You and Carrot get into a lot of politics for the country. That's cool. You can skip it. I think you'll prefer the next question anyways.
I'll definitely do a lot of different things to what our current Prime Minister is, who's basically the Mitt Romney of Australia.
Wow, that sounds terrible. But, okay. Number 4, guys. What are the best things about breasts, in your opinion?
I have to... Okay.
Yeah. The best thing about them is that they exist. Yeah. Well, they exist on women. On men, it's just like, no, please.
Some days I go to bed thinking, damn it, thank God breasts were created at some point in evolution. Like, life without breasts, I just cannot imagine.
I don't think it can't exist without them either, to be honest. But let's just skip that.
Have you ever seen
detail. What?
Have you ever seen a cartoon called Drawn Together?
I have, yeah.
Yes, I fucking love that show.
I never liked that show.
Did you see the episode where the Superman parody character went back in time and changed evolution so everyone was made of breasts.
Oh god, I
Oh,
hate
yes, I remember
that
that. Oh,
episode. I didn't. I only watched like a handful of those episodes. I just never liked that show. I mean,
Yeah.
I always thought it was just too vulgar for my taste. To be
it
honest.
was very vulgar, but
It was
I
very vulgar,
couldn't
but
stop.
it had its good moments.
Oh, it's
Sometimes.
sometimes it was alright, I guess. I like
But,
the pop culture parodies, but sometimes like going back in time for breast thing, that just was that stuff is too much for me. I can't enjoy it.
That was like the end of the episode, like the stinger. It's like he was lamenting, like, oh, I wish I could have changed this,
Yeah.
but oh, that's right. No, all the characters start coming in, and they're all made of breasts, and he's like, and then I realized I'm an ass man. No.
I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so Umne, you have anything to add?
Breasts. I love that they come in different sizes, different like it looks like they're in different textures. Like how when you look at skin, like different kinds of skins. Like some women have like really pale skin, and they have like really soft look.
All right, let's end that there. Okay, the next ones are from Choshi. Okay, she loves that the podcast is back. Number one question: if we could all invent our own foods, what would our three main ingredients be? They can be anything at all, and we can name our food.
I don't know. It's like, isn't it like cooking basically?
It's pretty much like that, yeah. I would just make.
Okay,
I would
Creativity
just.
I was not prepared for.
I would just make more pizza. To be honest, I don't really give a damn about
But
inventing
with
food.
3 ingredients.
Okay, so I don't know, buffalo, ostrich, and
All the meats the cool kids are eating.
yeah, pretty much.
Cook it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just make a
buffalo.
smoothie.
What else is a good meat? Oh,
no.
smoothie. Smoothie would be an interesting flavor of pizza. I wonder if I would ever try that. Oh, a
I
pizza
don't think
flavored
that would work.
a pizza flavored smoothie would be cool
Smoothie.
too.
That would work a lot better.
Huh.
You could do that though. It's surprising. You could just add lots of herbs and tomato, but that'd be gross.
I don't know. I would try that.
Just drink marinara, like.
I like marinara sauce. I could drink it if I wanted to. I used to love that stuff whenever I went to Pizza Hut in Canada.
Oh, I would just have a smoothie, not pizza, because it's 3 ingredients.
Yeah,
And
fair enough. Okay, in the last podcast, Kuro, you said you loved listening to your voice, which obviously everyone does. So
Yay!
if you could only listen to one person's voice for the rest of your life, whose would it be and why? All three. This is for all three of us, by the way. We have to pick someone from the wiki. We can't pick each other, and we can't pick ourselves. And none of us can have the same answer. So, one of you guys
Oz.
go first? Osiris, okay. Umne?
I don't want to answer this.
You sure? I kind of
Yeah.
figured you just like drop by pretty quickly and choose Mega.
I'll just say Mega, because he's my friend.
Okay, cool. For me. Can I choose Chaos and just like force Chaos to talk to me?
Well, if that's how he or she will react. Ooh.
I don't know. Ooh. Ooh, man. I just thought about tying Chaos up in a chair and forcing her to talk. That'd be
That's
interesting.
weird.
Kinky. It's the weirdest king. I'm gonna sit you down, tie you to this chair, and you're gonna talk to me. You're gonna whisper me things,
You're gonna like
and
it.
nothing else.
Okay, this one, Umne, you're gonna like this one. Poor Umi-senpai always gets bullied on the podcast, so I'm going to give him 1 minute to bully Ultra and Kuropi as much as he wants. So, Umne,
God.
hit us with your best shot, man.
Okay.
But
Don't say that you're wasting my minutes! Stop it!
You can
Okay.
have your minute whenever you want to start.
Okay, let me think. But
1, 2,
that's not
3,
the
go.
type of that's not the type of person I am. I would never do such a thing. But if I had to, I'd be like, Ultra, you really need to like not be so lame, and Kuro, you need to stop being so cool. Like, you guys need to switch roles for a day and like step in each other's shoes, and then after that, step in my shoes and see how hard it is to live my life.
But we don't want to
Dude.
step in wet shoes.
No. Go.
I don't
Okay,
know. I'm
okay,
not
I interrupted your
that
minute. You can continue.
No, I don't like to insult people, and if I do, and I'm actually like angry, it will it will come out, and it may not be, like, it may not even be as a joke. So like, I don't know. I'm just trying to take things with stride, and no, I don't want to do it. But
Okay.
overall, yeah, whatever.
Sorry, Toshi, Yumne pussied out. Anyways, number 4, last question. One day we walk into a room and gasp, somebody is holding a gun to our head and forces us to act as female strippers. Very nice, Toshi. Very nice. Okay, there are 3 costume choices to dress up as: the kinky sailor, the kinky policewoman, or the kinky nurse. Which one would you choose? And you cannot make the same choices as each other. There's 3 options, 3 people.
Sailor called it.
I'm taking the nurse.
Wait, what does that leave me again?
That will leave you the policewoman.
Damn right
Oh.
it does.
You have like a beating stick as well.
Kuro's going to show us the long arm of the law.
Oh,
You
what
are
can I
all
see?
in so
Other
much
long
trouble.
arm.
Coming
Make us-
for you first, Toshi.
Make us familiar with the Australian Penal Code. Okay, that's the end of her questions.
Okay.
Okay, the next questions come from God is Me. Okay, if the 3 of us, if we could do 3 things to improve Fairy Tail right now, what would it be? So, one of you guys want to go first, or should I?
You can go first. I need to think about it.
Sure. Number 1, I would kill off a few people, and I would they would remain dead. Like there's no Dragon Balls, there's no resurrection. They're dead and they're gone. They're remembered.
Might me,
but
oh
they're
mighty
gone.
smiter.
Yeah, they're gone. They're dead. They're remembered, and good memories will come from them after their death. I was about to say good memories from their death, but that's not likely in Fairy Tail. Oh wait, it is because I'm creating. Yeah, okay, there are good memories from the people who died because Happy is dead now, so more people are happy, not just inside the manga but outside the manga as well. Number 2 would be pacing. It would be a little slower. Mishima's going too fast. He needs to space things out better. He needs to, be a little bit more elaborative in his work. He needs to fucking clock. He needs just.
I remember that music.
What is this song actually? Can you tell me what this song is?
I don't know. It's the song that just screams childhood
I have a fucking
and
song.
House of
I have a
Horrors.
song for every hour on this thing. Fucking 7 o'clock is My Darling Clementine. So I know I have to go watch the practice on TV, or
Child's
it's
Play. 1 to
11
3.
o'clock. Farmer in the Dell. Get out of your fucking bed, Ultra. It's annoying to be honest, but okay. Anyways, number
2.
yeah, number 2 is the pacing and stuff.
Is it?
And yeah, pacing.
Those-
I mean, like, expanding, be more elaborative with your fights, your stuff, and number 3 is cut back on the corniness and the cliches, like less Nakama power, more original talk, and more independent thinking, more intricacy, more depth. That would be my 3 things. Now, one of you guys can go.
I don't have 3, but I guess you notice how like every serious arc, like when we get into it, it has its points where it's like good. I'm excited to see how it ends, and then it just ends really weird. Like
Care to give us an example?
okay, let me think. You remember the Tenro Island arc?
I do.
Like it was okay, and then like we saw some interesting battles, and then like we don't even get the conclusion of the S-class exam, and then poof, the dragon like explodes everything.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of like an exemplary thing? It's kind of exceptional. It doesn't really happen that much, or do you have
There's
another example?
more.
I mean,
The Grand Magic Games, they get to like the dragons where there's like a horde of dragons, they're all fighting them, and that went from the tournament, which didn't even end that well, to something else, which was like great, and then all of a sudden the gate breaks and poof, they're all gone.
okay. So what would your
it's hard to-
solution be exactly, though?
Just to have like some conclusions with everything. Like, I guess he wants to stretch it out really long, like have like the serious stuff for later, and like just give us a taste of it now. But I'd like to see something where we can look back and be like, that was cool.
So
And,
real consequences is basically what you're saying. Real.
Yeah, some real
long-lasting-
Or do you mean like
Consequences.
finishing what you started exactly?
No, like real consequences, like something like that actually, that like I don't know how to explain it, but like do
They
you
were
guys
just
feel that
invaded by
too?
dragons. Let me just tell you. They were just invaded by dragons, and that pretty much wrecked the capital city of the country. And then in the very next arc, it's just all happy times playing with the grave robbers over some artifacts.
Yeah,
There was
like
absolutely
that.
no real connection between, you'd think that would be huge news.
Okay,
and
but
it
I,
would
I think
affect
that's.
the characters.
I mean, I think that's a little bit different from what he's talking about. I mean, I think he wants better like conclusions that are more sensical. But I mean, what you're talking about is like a more of a connection between the arcs, a more serialized type of story.
Just the
I agree.
ending of it.
I mean, I agree with your points. I'm just saying they're a little bit different to me.
Okay.
Just that's it. But okay, go on. If you have anything else,
What else I would change?
if you have
I
anything
don't
else,
know.
otherwise we can tell Kuro he can take his turn.
Yeah.
It's not even a big deal, but we've had so much fan service where it's like I'm immune to it now.
To be
Right.
fair,
Just-
I've been immune since High School of the Dead, so I think Fairy Tail isn't too much of an issue for me.
But yeah,
you
it's
you just stole my first one.
Hmm?
My first one was going to be fan service. I was like, reduce the fan service, keep it to like chapter covers and bonus pages or marquees. Because basically, once you oversaturate the series, it's like, okay, tits. Well, that's not special at all. Can we please move on to something new?
I love how they even pointed that out in one chapter. It's not special to see Lucy naked again.
right. Grace said that.
Yep.
I think like if I see like the fan service in the chapter covers or like just going to a volume like the extra volume pages, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But when it's in the chapter, I'm like, this is just getting in the way of story development.
Yeah. I mean, I think
No.
I think we could lose it with the nakedness. I mean, the fan service is a pretty broad term. Let's be honest. Some people are attracted by things a lot less explicit than nudity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah. So, okay, you got anything else?
I don't know. You guys have pretty much listed the points I'd go for.
I think these are probably the 5 things that really dragged Fairy Tail down the most.
Yeah. I think we've pretty much covered all that we need to on that question.
Okay, and this is to Kuro and Ultra, since Umne is useless and doesn't read other manga. How many chapters do you believe each of the current big 3 will end on?
So man.
And by big 3, we mean Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach.
Yeah.
Not, people are arguing Toriko and Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter does not deserve that, and by the way, we should not pronounce the X.
Okay, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, I would never have considered it big 3 personally, but I think Toriko was talked about because it's like sales surpassed Bleach, but let's... Anyways, I don't know, Naruto, I don't see it lasting more than another 75 or so. So
I think it's meant to end this year.
it is. Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah, Kishimoto came out in an interview and said, yeah, I aim to finish it in 2014. So it can be extended.
A mangaka actually achieving their goals. Interesting.
Yeah. Oda. Oh, One Piece is only going to last for 5 years.
Oh, wait, no, it's been 17.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it could... If it's going to end this year, then, I don't know, give it another 30 or so. But, I don't know, I thought 75 would be alright. You could develop the future a little bit. We could see how everybody... I mean, we all know that, somebody's going to end up with somebody. You might as well find out who, even if it's obvious.
Yeah.
Much
Just like
to
a
disappointment.
Full Metal Alchemist kind of end?
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. That was a great ending. I love that manga. And anime. I love the anime too. Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bleach,
Bleach.
I think, has another 2 or 3 years left in it.
I don't know about 3. I don't know about 3 to 2 years, 1 year maybe. I don't know. I think it's got to be. I don't know. I think 1 or 2 years personally. Just based on the way he's going. I mean, Ichigo, he's still on the Snake Road ripoff. I don't know where he's been. He hasn't shown up in his own manga for like 40 chapters or something. Kenpachi's really going around destroying shit that he shouldn't be allowed to destroy. I don't know. I just see a year or 2 as tops for me.
I was just looking at the timeline. It's like in universe they have 9 days until Juhabak does whatever he wants to end the universe, and we're currently in the 2nd day, and we're only we're not even halfway through all the Shinigami characters, and we still have at the very least one Arrancar, who we all know is alive, and he's going to turn up with Urahara.
And he hasn't shown up
And anyway, or Chad. We've got the Fullbringers and Ganju, because they're apparently relevant.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys.
they're returned, and then
Yeah.
Ichigo comes in a big confrontation, and his, Ichigo, usually when he comes in, his whole thing becomes an arc of itself, like his Aizen D-side
Yeah,
chapters.
yeah.
They've got like D-side
I mean,
22.
that's more about his friends and stuff, and that was a useless set of chapters.
I know, I liked it when the guy tried fighting Aizen with, gas canisters. I felt that was
I think
pretty
it's
smart
it's
of him.
funny. It's funny in like a Scooby Doo kind of way. It's not. That's pretty much it. I mean, I
It's
pretty much.
But and as for One Piece is eternal. Oda dies and someone picks it up. That's what's gonna happen. His assistants will carry on the legacy.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. I don't know. Oda just gets hit by a car one day completely randomly. I don't know. If we're gonna give it a number, I don't know. I say like 1,200. Whatever.
Yeah, just double what it currently is.
It's like, I don't know, somewhere around 1,200 sounds about right to me. But I don't know. Whatever, man. It's not like this guy's even predictable.
I don't think he cares. He's the type who's just
He just
gonna
wants
write
to.
the
He just
story
wants
he
to have
wants.
fun with it. Honestly, he just wants to do everything. It's good that he like thinks about things more than other mangaka, but it's kind of like at a point where it's like, end it already. We get the point that you're trying to convey. Yeah. So I guess that's a Bleach somewhere around 600-700 if we didn't give a number for that. So that's the end of his questions. The final set of questions come from Carrot.
Hello, Gary.
Okay, so she said that she wasn't entirely sure about what to ask. So, number one question is for you, Umne. If you could request any sort of artwork at all from Mishima himself, what would you request an image of? It can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be Fairy Tail.
Man, I don't even know, but like, because it's like such a big ordeal. Like, if you get asked that, you can't like think of a single image. Like, I'm not gonna say, draw me Juvia, because like, I want something like really special, I guess. And
I kind of have an idea. If
Portrait of yourself.
a
no.
portrait of ourselves doing something with our favorite character.
Oh no, I would have never. Oh no, I still would.
Now, he would totally draw that, man. He would enjoy it.
You know
he would be
what?
so detailed. Can you imagine?
Stop it. Maybe the three of us in podcast artwork
Like, what do you
for
mean?
the
Be
Fairy
cool.
Tale Wiki. Like, he'll draw like a little poster for us for the Fairy Tale podcast.
And then that dumbass reporter would be just jumping in the background. What's his name
Jason.
again? The guy's always like,
Jason.
"Oh, Jason.
Yeah.
My next door neighbor's name is Jason. That's why I can't forget it. But that'd be cool for us, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so, Kuro, for you, let's create your perfect Team Natsu. You have to take characters from other manga or anime and put them in Fairy Tail as the 5 mains. You have to choose a girly girl, a tough girl, a stupid yet powerful guy, a tsundere, and someone for comic relief, which is basically replacing Natsu, Happy, Lucy, Urza, and Gray, not particularly in that order.
Okay, good. So it's called Team Natsu, but it doesn't have to have Natsu. That's good.
Mhm.
Well,
Well, I mean, you don't have to name them Team Natsu, but they have to replace
Yeah,
Team
the
Natsu.
new main characters.
Yeah, pretty much, from any manga or anime.
So, Sundir, I would. God damn it. Because now I'm going to be trying to pronounce these Japanese names off the top of my head. No, wrong Mikasa. Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck. Misaka Mikoto for a Sundir character.
From the
She's from
Railgun?
yeah, a certain scientific railgun. That's
Okay.
the English name for it.
Fair enough.
Her powers revolve around electricity and the ability to simulate a railgun with her powers with a little penny and then blow shit up. I think she'd fit into the fairy tale world really well. Girly girl?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, this requires too much thought. Come on, Carrie, you're killing me. This is. I don't really know any girly girl characters off the top of my head.
You can go
To
with
be
the tough,
honest.
you can go with the tough girl character or the girly girl. Wasn't there
Tough
one
girl.
from that show? Problem children are coming from another world. You can choose them. I don't think they necessarily have to have powers per se.
Black Rabbit. Oh my God, yes. No, wait. Yes.
Kuro
Black Rabbit.
Usagi?
Girly girl.
Okay.
Yes, Kurosagi, if you're... Yes. Tough girl.
Mhm.
So was it? What? It was 3 girls, and then a comical guy, and
Oh
a...
no! It was a tsundere guy. Did I not say that?
Tsundere. Okay. Tsundere guy.
I think
Do
I
you know
did.
any tsundere guys?
I know a
Ren
few.
from Fairy Tail.
No, that doesn't count. You're not supposed to.
Exclusive
That's
from
all
Fairy
I
Tail.
can
Any
think
others?
of. Tsundere. Mostly girls are tsundere.
Yeah, that's true.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
Sanji technically be a tsundere?
No,
I don't
He,
know.
I don't
he,
know.
he hates all the dudes, but then he actually cares for them. So
No, it's not really Slender because that's not a defining point in his character. His defining point is a ladies' man,
womanizer.
pretty much.
Okay, so that's a really weird category, tsundere guy. You've been watching too much Free.
Mm,
Oh, I need to start that.
no, you don't.
Can't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I bought all the figurines. I haven't even watched it yet.
Have you up to them already?
No, they're all too adorable.
God damn it!
I'll come up with a list and I'll put it in the blog because seriously, this
Okay, okay,
I put
Yeah.
way too much thought into these kinds of things. I'm like,
That's
I
fine.
want to have the
no
perfect
problem.
team.
You can. I'll drop your comments in the blog post. The next one is for me. What is the most interesting thing you have come across since starting your new job? Any office scandals? No. Okay, and any coworkers you'd like to hook up with, or conspiracies? And she wants an interesting work story. Wow, you're not asking too much, are you? Interesting thing I've come across? I don't know. Nothing particularly. Interesting thing. It's a lot of
Even
white.
fun at
I don't even know. It's nothing. There's a lot of people in the... There's nothing particularly interesting that I've come across. It's... Nothing... No, nothing interesting. Any office scandals? No. Trust me, Deloitte is like completely against that thing. I had to take a 2-hour online course that details the various forms of sexual harassment and how all that shit is like completely forbidden. You're gonna get fired immediately if they like get you on camera touching a girl inappropriately without her permission or like in the presence of someone else. No office scandals that I'm aware of. Coworkers you'd like to hook up with. I do have a teammate and she has a really nice ass, but I don't know if I want to hook up with her because she seems like a party girl. What?
party girl. You should not. You should be the better guy.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Whatever. So, on that, not particularly.
He's just telling you not to go for the easy route.
Oh.
Exactly.
Do I sound like the kind of guy who would go for the easy route? Be honest. I can take it.
With some things, but as far as females go, it's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Lots of guys do it.
Tell me straight up, Umne.
So
Only with
judgmental.
girls.
So judgmental.
Stop it! You're like making me judge you, and I don't want to do that.
I want you to do that. I want to know. I want to know.
Fine. I will tell you. If you had the chance, perhaps you would go for it, easy go. But that's what I think.
The question was, who did he want to hook up with, not develop a long-lasting relationship with? So
Yeah, but I'm just saying, don't go for the easy ones. Come on.
Right, so...
But it's okay.
Never mind. Okay, so on that, not particularly. Conspiracies? What, you mean like a takeover? No, there's nothing like that I'm aware of.
not yet. You know, Ultra still has to.
I've
get
only
the
been
groundwork
there
out.
a month, to be honest. I've only been there a month. Today was pretty much my 1 month. I just just before I was leaving work, I just thanked all my teammates. Like, thank you for giving me an interesting month, being patient with my training and just that kind of stuff. I guess okay. And an interesting work story. To be honest, there's nothing interesting that's happened. I don't know, during my orientation program, there was this one guy who kept getting teased a lot by the program coordinator. There's nothing particularly interesting. I don't know. Maybe in the future I'll have something, but so far it's nothing big. Okay, sorry. And, okay, this is the final question, guys, final question. For all of us. Which cover of Fairy Tail volume is our favorite? This is because she saw volume 43.
Yeah,
So.
just excuse me.
Oh wait,
consulting my shelves.
Sorry, one sec. Oh, okay, sorry. So because of that, which cover of Fairy Tail is our favorite, and also, is there anything in particular you want to see more or less of on future volume covers, if you have anything at all you want? For me, obviously, my favorite would be Volume 33's alternative design with Eclair on it, rather than Kagura and Elfman in the back. Whoever was in the back of that one, I like the one with Eclair more. And I don't know, the alternate for 38 was pretty good, I guess. You guys got anything?
I like...
Do you need a link to the page?
No, I've got all the volumes with me. It's not my... This isn't my answer for my favorite, but just something I noted on volume 36 is Loki. He's on the cover, and he's not in the volume at all.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I'm betting he's in that arc. I'm just betting there was a last minute change in the chapter placement or something, right?
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
I think that sounds more likely. Because
spoiler.
He is supposed to be there. He just doesn't show up.
Yeah.
As for favorite, I'd be torn between 29 and 34. 29 as Natsu in, Lightning Flame Dragon mode.
And 34 has Kana.
34 has Kana, leaning forward. Yes. I was actually like, I was more like, I picked it up because I'm like, oh, that's right, that's the one with Urza, and she's looking strong and Laxus, and then, oh, there's Kana, ooh. And all the chibis underneath.
Oh, fuck. Oh, guys, I'm sorry for some reason, Fleet's questions got sent in the spam folder. Sorry, Fleet, I don't know what happened there.
For a second there, I thought you were about to say, oh fuck, I'm not recording.
No.
I might have cried. Tears were welling up the minute I heard the O and then the F.
No, it's okay. It's not that bad. I can see the little recording sign. We're good. Okay, but good. We're going to have to answer Fleet's questions. I don't know why they were in the spam folder. Number 1, what are your opinions of Kenpachi's Shikai? Umne, step aside. Personally, I think that the design is really cool, and it fits Kenpachi perfectly. But like I said earlier, I don't like at all how Kenpachi has been getting all the spotlight and everyone else is being made to look like a pussy. Kuro?
I really liked it. I can't really see him wielding anything else other than this huge... when he destroys the meteor and it's over his shoulder, I'm like, okay, you legitimately look like a Grim Reaper type of character. I can imagine, in future years, he would just be, sitting on the wall of the Sirte, just, telling residents of the Rukungai, keep walking, don't bother me, just that silent, evil watcher. I really liked it, and I don't know. I remember reading somewhere his special, someone said that his special ability is the ability to cut anything. I don't think that's the special ability. That's just him cutting whatever the hell he wants. I'm fine with it just being a huge ass sword. I don't really care for any special abilities.
Fair enough. So number 2, the 3 of us walk into a bar. All the Fairy Tail women, excluding Kana, because it's obvious Kuro would answer her.
God fucking damn it.
And Ichiya are there. Who do you approach, and who do you think your fellow podcasters will approach? I know he put Ichiya there just so we would answer that Umne would approach Ichiya or get harassed by him, or Ichiya would harass him. I don't know how that dynamic works out. But for Umne, I don't know. To be honest, the generic answer would probably be he would go after Juvia. And if Kuro...
Juvia, come to me! We are one!
And if Kuro is cut off from Kana, I think he might choose Urza.
I think I'll be in the corner, going with withdrawal symptoms.
Well, it's not like you know. It's not like you know that she isn't there, right? Would you be that bad? You wouldn't. There's 100 other decent-looking girls. Would you really?
Yeah, who else would you go for?
There's so many. Guys? Oh, fuck.
User is online.
Hey guys, it's Ultron 2 here. We're back. Sorry about that. We just had a little technical difficulty. But we're back. So, anyways, how are you guys? We're still the same, and we're going to get back to the questions, starting up with Kuro. Kuro, go on.
So, who would I try and pick up at a fairy tale bar? Well, because Fleet has taken Kana out of my reach, I'll have to go for someone who I don't think a lot of people keep in their minds. Kanana, who, if you don't know, was Cobra's snake. He was apparently human, which was a pretty strange turn of events. But after the time skip, I think she's a really, sweet and gorgeous girl, and I'd like to know more about her. So I'd, quite happily walk up to her and, start a conversation.
Not bad. I myself would choose Eclair. I could easily make a joke about dessert, but I've done that so many times it's not even funny anymore, to be honest. So we're going to move on now to question 3.
Question 3.
Yep. Number 3.
I'll read it.
Yeah. You want to read it? Go ahead.
Do you believe there is any way that Naruto and Sasuke would be strong enough to take on Luffy and Zoro with how they are at this point? Fleet. What the fuck, dude? Do you see the continents exploding?
Yeah.
Come on, really?
I mean, I know, I'll agree One Piece is better written, but this is just fanboying to the largest extent possible.
Like, we have characters who can, tear apart oceans. They're at the point where they can equal the dude who created the moon. Yeah, basically, honestly, and gods.
I don't know what the issue is with One Piece these days. Like, the fans just wanking the hell out of it. I mean, in my honest opinion, Naruto could take Whitebeard at this point with, like, average levels of effort.
If we could revisit this point at the end of One Piece, like, okay, this is the end of Luffy versus the end of Naruto, sure, fine, I'd give that a fair go. But
that was debatable, but at the current moment, with how they are, as you specified...
They would be incinerated. They'd be removed from existence. Exactly. Literally, they have those black orbs that remove you from existence now. It's not going to work.
Exactly. There's single characters in Naruto who could probably solo most of One Piece, if not all of it.
Yeah, it's just...
Exactly. So, yeah, they're slicing mountains, leaving country-sized craters. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, if this question had been sent in a year earlier, no.
Maybe like
how many years has this war been going for? 3
Since like 2011, roughly.
Yeah, back then it would have been a fair fight, but now it's just not.
Exactly. Like anytime, pretty much since the time Edo Tensei Nagato showed up, I guess.
Question 4. Kuro and Ultra assemble a pirate crew of 9 users who will be your shipmates and their positions. So, cook, sniper, first mate. We're running out of time, so we're gonna leave our answers in the blog with my answers from Carrie's previous question. So we hope you enjoy that.
There. Okay, number 5 is, I'll read. How much money do you think Finn could make if he publishes his stories?
I think he'd make a lot more if I narrated them. We sell audiobooks over Amazon.
I
Kindle.
would totally buy that, and I know a lot of people too.
There's at least 12 people on the wiki who have heard me narrate his stuff. I like to think they enjoy it.
I think I heard it once, twice. It was pretty good. Yeah. So otherwise, Finn, if he tries to become a writer on his own, he'll just struggle. He'll eventually just take a desk job and publish all his stuff on fictionpress.net or something, fanfiction.net. I don't know. Just base it on the wiki. What do you think, Carl?
I think it'd be interesting to see if you can get a genre on fanfiction.net for the wiki itself. Like, we're like technically an organization, so I'm pretty sure fanfiction would allow it.
I think people would write about it. They know how crazy we are. They come here asking us, what's wrong with you people? And we're like, hey, come join us. We're sexy.
We'll corrupt you. So anyone's out there, have fun with it, really. Just don't do anything too offensive, insulting.
Exactly, or demeaning. Well, you can demean some.
We do enough of that on our own, thank you. We don't need help.
Pretty much. Okay, and the final question is, who on the wiki represents, in your opinion, Usopp, Happy, Zonge, and Sakura? Okay, Fleet, really, you're just trying to insult people right now.
That is inciting a flame war, and we are not playing your game.
That is the end of this podcast. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks with 2 chapters to talk about, because we only had 1 this week.
Thank you for coming, and please leave your feedback on our new segment for Sexiest Characters, and vote on the poll for our next.
We really want to hear what you think. Okay, that's the end. Fuck off, Umne.
Wrath of the Heavenly Dragon, and with friends, always, review. By I am Jakaho Raikoben. 2 chapters this week. Awesome. Kitty face. Let's start with number 1, shall we? The chapter begins where we left off last week, with Wendy activating Dragon Force. And can I say, she looks even more epic in color? Kitty face. To match this epic appearance with her abilities are epic as well. Wendy moves behind Ezel so fast that he actually thinks she vanishes, and she delivers a hell of a blow to him, and is too fast for him to retaliate. That's our Wendy. Happy face. Anyhow, she needs to finish the match quickly, so she uses Sky Drill on Ezel. Slices the wind. Cool. Kitty face. And even cooler than that is his slash attack mode. But it proves pointless, since when Wendy draws up a lot of wind and obliterates both Ezel and Face. But the countdown keeps going, and thus we go into the next chapter. Natsu, Losi, and the others notice that the island is shaking, and Frauenmalt says it is reacting to Face. Meanwhile, Keith and Gray are facing off, and Gray isn't getting anywhere with them. Elsewhere, Mira Jane is still being held off by sailors. Wait for it. Books. Disappointment. Shame on you, Mashima. Shame. And while they are battling, creepy-ass Lammy sneaks up behind Lisana and claims she's her opponent. Meanwhile, getting sick of this word yet? Urza and Kyoka are still fighting, and Urza apparently likes fighting in her tattered, completely useless, non-armor armor instead of actual armor. Sideways face. Meanwhile, Carla is using her powers of prophecy to find a way to stop Face. And she does, but it will kill Wendy and Carla since they are too close to it. So they decide to die together. Aww, how sweet. Kitty face. We all know they aren't going to die though, so it kind of takes a little bit from the moment. Sideways face. Anyhow, they press it, and Face goes boom. But Wendy and Carla are saved by Doran Bolt. OMG. I love you, Mashima. Overall, the first chapter was a bit anticlimactic, because Mashima, despite how much I love him, still happy for seeing Doran Bolt, happy face, isn't the greatest fight writer in my opinion. But I loved the emotion in the second chapter with Wendy and Carla. As I said, it was dampened a little because we knew they would survive, but it was still good. It's a little underwhelming that Face is gone already, but I think we all know by now that it isn't the main focus of the arc, which makes me curious to find out what is. Done.